Debt-Free London is a unique partnership of 21 charities led by Toynbee Hall and funded by the Money and Pension Service that provides free, expert advice to Londoners with problem debt. Our trained and accredited advisors support Londoners with all types of money worries, from rent and council tax arrears to credit card and catalogue debt. We work with clients to prioritise their bills and debts, helping them to write letters and advocating on their behalf. We've been hard at work for 14 years, but never has our support been needed more than now as our city reels from the impact of the coronavirus crisis. Over the past 12 months, we have helped 23,732 people with their problem debt, 80% of whom said they worry about money quite often or all the time. The majority of our clients last year were female, and their average age was 46.8 years old, a slight increase on the average age of the previous 3 years. Around half of our clients identify as white British or black British African, and certain ethnicities are disproportionately represented in comparison to the general population of London. For the 5th year in a row, we've also seen an increase in the number of clients responding, prefer not to say, when asked about their ethnicity. This is now the 3rd most common response, at 20.5%, up 176% since 2015, and follows a similar worrying trend in incidents of hate crime related to religion or race. The most common types of debt we help with remain council tax bills, rent arrears, and credit or store card loans. Both council tax and rent arrears are priority debts, which can have serious consequences for the individual, including the threat of bailiffs, homelessness, or even imprisonment. Before the coronavirus crisis, there were already 1.4 million Londoners facing problem debt, and some London boroughs had the highest rates of child poverty anywhere in the country. Now, with the crisis still unfolding, these shocking figures are set to soar. Already, we're seeing the worsening of previously existing trends. For instance, 92% more clients looking for work or registered unemployed, 24% more families with rent arrears, and 21% more people under 30 in urgent need of our help. Sadly, as in any crisis, we're also seeing a disproportionate impact on the most vulnerable members of society, those in low-paid, insecure jobs, those in the poorest parts of London, and especially Black, Asian, and other minority communities. It's now clear that poverty and inequality have demonstrably worsened the impact of the pandemic, and we believe they'll continue to do so in the months ahead. Working from the safety of home is not an option for many low-paid employees in supermarkets, hospitals, and the transport sector, and a disproportionate number of these frontline workers come from Black, Asian, and other minority communities. As we look ahead to the future and brace ourselves for hugely increased demand, our priority is to ensure we're accessible to every single person who needs us. We're piloting new ways in which people can reach us. For instance, through video advice kiosks in local community centres designed for those who don't have access to technology at home or are not tech-savvy enough to use it on their own. We've also launched our new budget planner, which uses open banking technology and online credit reference agencies to instantly check the extent of a client's debt and give advisors the full story of their income and expenditure. Now, more than ever, we need these kind of improvements to cope with the ongoing crisis and reach the thousands of Londoners facing a frightening and uncertain future. Debt advice services and community partnerships like ours can play an essential part in this. But if we're to go even further and stop people falling into debt in the first place, we need to forge new alliances and trial new ways of working with City Hall, local authorities, housing associations, as well as with those in the voluntary sector. We owe it to all the Londoners who have made such enormous sacrifices over the past few months, and to all the frontline workers still risking their lives daily. That's why we're doing everything we can to build a better, fairer society and ensure families can thrive in the future, free from debt and the constant worry it brings.